From the perfume bottles and cosmetics on the antique vanity and the beautiful ruffled pink satin bedspread, she realized she must be in Justine's room. You can tell a lot about a person by examining her bedroom, Nikki thought. For example, take her own bedroom. Her sewing stuff and the fashion cutouts on the bulletin board showed her interest in fashion design. Her collection of stuffed dogs showed that she loved animals and hoped someday to raise them. And her rock posters showed just the sort of music she preferred. But she realized, standing in the middle of Justine's room, this room didn't say much about Justine at all. There were no stuffed animals, no pictures of movie actors or rock stars, no hint of a hobby, nothing personal at all, except for a picture of a smiling man and woman from the 50s in an ornate frame on the vanity. Justine's schoolbooks were stacked on top of the radiator, but there was nothing in the room that could be used as a desk. Strange, Nikki thought. Justine must not take school very seriously. But then, she reminded herself, after all the places she's lived, Shadyside must seem like very small potatoes. She opened each of the drawers in a chest, but there wasn't much in them besides a few folded pairs of underpants and some sweaters. Her curiosity piqued even more by what she hadn't found. Nikki opened the closet door and was shocked to find it almost empty, except for the school clothes she'd seen Justine in. Where were her jeans, sweatshirts, sneakers? What did she wear after school? Didn't she have any party dresses? She took her flashlight, shone it around the closet, then saw a faint, square-shaped crack at the back. She remembered the trapdoor in the fireplace and wondered if this was another one. Excited, she stepped to the back of the closet and began to press around the crack with her fingertips. Nothing happened. Frowning, Nikki stared at the door, then began to feel around the empty closet shelves. Her finger touched a small knob and she turned it. The back of the closet swung open, revealing another, larger closet. Nikki gasped in surprise. This hidden closet was jammed with clothing, but clothing very different from the everyday clothes she had seen. At first she thought they might be very old clothes left by the people who had lived in the Cameron mansion before. But when she took a few off the hangers, she saw that they were new, many of them with labels from expensive designers and famous department stores in New York, San Francisco, and Paris. There were beautiful woolen suits, shiny satin cocktail dresses, colorful skirts and jackets in sophisticated styles that no one she knew would wear. A chrome rack on the floor held dozens of beautiful high-heeled shoes in every type of leather and every color of the rainbow. The back of the closet revealed 3 beautiful full-length formal gowns and 2 fur coats, 1 mink and 1 fox. Nikki couldn't believe her eyes. This was the most beautiful wardrobe she had ever seen. Were all these clothes Justine's? But when would she wear them? And why were they hidden away like this? Maybe, she decided, they were Justine's mother's clothes. But nobody really knew if Justine had a mother or not. Maybe there was another, older woman who lived here. Philip's girlfriend or wife, maybe? But in that case, why did Justine have so few clothes of her own? It's a real mystery, Nikki thought. She loved mysteries. A small bureau stood against one side of the closet, and Nikki opened its drawers to reveal pastel negligées, nightgowns, and silk underwear. In the bottom drawer was a carefully wrapped package. She opened it, not even considering that someone might catch her snooping, and was shocked to see a framed photo of Justine and a man with their arms around each other, gazing lovingly into each other's eyes. But the man was much older, from the streaks of gray in his hair, at least 40. Was Justine having an affair with an older man? Was that why she never went out with the boys from school or never went to any of the games? Nikki carefully put everything back just the way she had found it, then closed the secret door. She was about to leave Justine's room when her eye caught the bathroom door. She went in and, with only a small pang of conscience, opened the medicine chest. It was filled with typical medicine cabinet things. Toothpaste, mouthwash, several bottles of nail polish and other cosmetics, aspirin, and a box of Band-Aids. There were 3 prescription bottles on the top shelf. Nikki took them down one by one. She didn't recognize the names of any of the medications, except a sleeping pill her mother sometimes used. But all 3 prescriptions were made out to Enid Cameron. Enid? Nikki thought. Who's Enid? Philip's wife? But no matter how many explanations she considered, the one that kept popping into her mind was that Justine was somehow leading a double life. During the day, she went to school like any other teenager. But at night and on weekends she had a whole other life that no one else knew anything about. But why? And why keep it all such a secret? Maybe Nikki thought she was just letting her imagination run away from her. Maybe there was a logical explanation for everything she had seen. She needed to talk to Terry, she realized. If anyone could figure this puzzle out, it was him. Now all she had to do was find him, somewhere in the mansion. Terry was really enjoying the treasure hunt. So far, in addition to the tarantula, he'd found 3 of the items on the list. A polished monkey skull that had been hidden inside a laundry hamper, a crystal ball, and his latest acquisition, an ivory pendant in the shape of a dagger. He found the pendant when he had opened a cupboard and was scared out of his wits by what appeared to be a bloody, disembodied head, but turned out, on closer inspection, to be the head of a mannequin covered with catsup. After he had got over his fright, Terry found the pendant around the mannequin's neck. He'd laughed and added it to the rest of his loot. He heard a couple of other treasure hunters coming his way, then remembered that Justine had said her Uncle Philip was preparing some surprises in the attic. He searched and found a narrow staircase leading upstairs. Mounting the dark, creaky stairs to the attic, his heart thudded with anticipation and a little thrill of fear. What treasures would he find up there? What scares? This was definitely the best party he'd ever been to. The attic was small and dusty and filled with old boxes and trunks. Terry realized, from the thick layer of dust on the boxes and trunks, that they had been sealed up long ago. He switched on the overhead light and spotted a closet door. A perfect place to hide items on the list, he thought. Grinning to himself, Terry pulled open the door, then stopped and stared in shock. No. Oh, please no. The room went white. Terry's breath caught in his throat. He gripped the closet door to hold himself up and stared into the shadowy cubicle. Alex! Alex! He cried. Hanging from a rope was the limp body of the Silver Prince, his neck bent at an impossible angle. Sticky red blood was splattered over the front of the beautiful costume. It puddled onto the closet floor. Drip, drip, drip.